Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, board members, faculty and staff, family and friends. The 2012 graduating class would like to welcome you to Waccamaw Academy's 40th annual commencement ceremony. We are honored that you are here to share this joyous moment with us. As many of you already know, the class of 2012 adopted wrapping it up as our theme. For our senior prank, we placed gift wrap boxes around campus and even used a little saran wrap on several items. At baccalaureate last week, we quoted the passage from Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. As a class, we have had our moments of sadness and have shed many tears these last few weeks. But this evening, it is time for us to enjoy the moment and smile as we indeed wrap it up. To do this in true Waccamaw Academy fashion, I would like to share with you some of my fondest memories involving members of my warrior family here at school. In other words, memories that will always bring a smile to my face and the faces of my fellow classmates. First, Mr. Williamson. I speak for all of us when I say that you have been much more than a teacher, coach, and headmaster. I will always remember, and believe it or not, miss passing you in the morning and saying, "Good morning, Mr. Williamson," and you simply replying, "Morning, McKayla." You have been a part of our lives for as long as we have been at Waccamaw Academy, and for several of us, that has been most of our lives. You're a true legend at Waccamaw Academy, and we will always love you. Miss Davis, our class will never be able to thank you enough for the 4 years you have been our English teacher, as well as our mother away from home. My classmates and I have changed so much from those 9th graders who walked into your classroom scared to death of high school English. Let me say that as seniors, we appreciate all the life lessons we discussed and hopefully learned as we studied literary masterpieces. I personally will miss arriving in class laughing about what Jackson and Snuffy did the night before to make us mad. In addition to grammar, vocabulary, and the usual things students study in high school English, I have especially enjoyed learning to speak in code. For example, the codes we use for senior skip day and senior prank night. I assure you, none of us will ever forget Sweet Tea Day. Let me say that we also know how much you care about us, and I assure you that we all love you. Mr. Gergel, I'm not sure whether he was able to be here tonight, but I must mention that he was not only our teacher, but also our personal travel agent. The two most important things we learned from him were how to spell D-E-B-T and how to do a U-turn in Washington, D.C. Mr. Gergel, wherever you are, thank you for everything. To our coaches, Julius, Andy, and Skip, all of you have had such an impact on our lives. We complained to Julius about the position we were playing and realized pretty fast he could have cared less about our complaints. We yelled at Andy about how tired we were, and of course, he ignored us. And we argued with Skip, trying to get him to see that Carolina was a much better team than State. Despite all of this, I did learn two important things from playing sports at Waccamaw Academy. One is that playing your part on a team, no matter how small, is not an option. And second, your team is also like your family. Even though we were not national champions, we had lots of fun and made some very special memories. Miss Ward, even though you tried to knock us out last year by spraying way too much ward cleaner, you have always been there to help us. Thank you for everything you have done for us throughout this year. Miss Arrington, thank you for everything you have done for us in National Honor Society. It was fun preparing for all those bake sales. Miss McLaughlin, thank you for teaching us everything we needed to know about the periodic table. We enjoyed your class. My fellow classmates, I would now like to remind you of some special moments we have shared and memories of each of you. Josh and Mason, even though you have both only been here a short time, you have given us lots of laughs. Josh, constantly saying what we consider to be the dumbest things just to make us smile. And Mason wrapping up Kayla's car with Josh's help. You're a part of our Waccamaw Academy family. Christian and Alex, we will certainly miss coming into class on Monday morning and hearing all about your fun-filled weekends. Haley, we are grateful when you joined our class because it gave us another female to bond with in the midst of all these guys. Our class wouldn't have been the same without you. Sarah, you two have become a special part of our Waccamaw Academy family. Through sports and our class time together, we have shared many smiles and laughs. Your smile is contagious. Cole, remembering our fun Washington, D.C. trips and our competition in girls class will always bring a smile to my face. Chase, you have been a brother, sometimes unwanted, to all of us. Stealing our purse because it matched your outfit better, your tardiness to prom when you were my prom date, and your silliness will stand out in all of our memories for years to come. Nicole and Chris, you have shared school supplies, laughters, and smiles with all of us. Nicole has shared her love of sports and helped us succeed in athletics. Chris, we could always count on you to keep us on time and on task, and to drink Coke on Sweet Tea Day. Kayla, I have to say a special thanks to you. You've been a part of my family since I walked into preschool crying, and you said, "Don't cry, this place is fun." You are so right. We have shared so many things, even part of our name, and you are truly just like a sister to me. We have shared just about everything, and I hope in 12 more years we are just as close. To my mom, thank you for helping to shape the person I am today, and for sacrifices you make to allow me to remain in this amazing school. To my dad, thank you for always being there for me. You will never know how much it means to me to look in the crowd and see and hear you cheering for me. As we smile and shed happy tears over these memories, let me remind you, fellow warriors, that these are things that we will always have in our hearts. And even though time and our chosen paths may take us far from one another, we will still be a family. As we look back at our time here at Welcome All Academy, we do so with joy in our hearts. We are wrapping it up, moving forward, and entering a new season of our lives. It is up to us to shape our future and to have faith in ourselves. The choices we make are what make us who we are. And now it is time for us to choose. To my fellow graduates, I encourage you to be courageous and responsible. Always remember, it is your life and no one else's, so go forward and make it everything you want it to be. As Helen Keller said, what I am looking for is not out there. It is in me. Find it in yourself.